Thank you very much, Irina, and thank you very much, Zainab. You are a personification of one world, that we are all interconnected, and I think we should all be reminded of that. And when I look around this room and see you here, I said with the collective power and energy and influence in this room, we can make things happen. We should go out of this room saying we have a mission. Something very important is at stake, the future. We talked yesterday mostly about the planet. Now we talk about the children. That's another part of the future. And I'm the first one to graduate from high school in my family, and it was the biggest change in Sweden when that happened. And here I am. And this is so huge that we really now, around this world with turmoil and crisis, it's about time that we take a look at the future. Yesterday, planet, today, children. How about that as a lesson for all of us? And as I said, don't leave this room without asking yourself, what can I do? And if I look around this room with presidents, prime ministers, Your Highness, ministers, excellencies, Director General of UNESCO, civil society, all of you represent different actors who can play that role. And I know I speak with this passion also on behalf of the Secretary General, who has a similar situation where education made such a huge difference in his life, as he often tells you. So you are champions for us, and we are very glad also that we have a couple of really strong champions dealing with this country in which we live. We have Michelle Obama here. I know she's been suggesting that, well, actually the president suggested that she would not only dominate in the household, but also on education missions in the US, and I suggested that you would now turn to the global issues, and thank you for joining us. And Gordon Brown, who just saved the United Kingdom, as you know, is a wonderfully ardent champion of global education. So all of you, welcome to this event, the members of the steering committee, Global Education First Initiative, and all of you participating. This is the second anniversary of this initiative, which has galvanized awareness of the critical role of education in all areas, and I would say, for a life in dignity for all. Here I'd like to emphasize the leading role that young people have played for this very initiative. Young people have been in the forefront through the Youth Advocacy Group, consistently and boldly demanding quality education for the world they want and the world they deserve. Today, young people are gathering signatures for the Global Education Countdown petition, which they are hoping will be the biggest in history. However, as the number of signatures grows, we must not forget some very uncomfortable facts. Irina just stated the two figures. 58 million children of primary school age still are being denied their right to education. And there are a staggering 250 million who are unable to read, write, and count even after 4 years of schooling. Well, taken together, how about this? These numbers give us 308, 250 plus 58, isn't it? Million reasons why the Secretary General launched his Global Education First initiative in 2012. And the world is now experiencing a global learning challenge, but I'll be self-critical enough to say that we also experience a global learning crisis. In spite of the fact that we know how extremely necessary this is, we still have resistance. And I particularly want to point to girls who all too frequently face a range of obstacles when it comes to education. Still, let's remember, quality education is a fundamental human right. But it's also a critical link to all of our aspirations for achievement of the Millennium Development Goals. And Your Highness, thank you for your efforts in this regard, in the Millennium Development Group advocates, and some of them are here in the room. But it's also important now for the post-2015 development agenda. And I'm sure the member states will keep this issue very high up on their priorities, and I'm sure that you in this room will remind them. Quality education is more than an entry point into the job market. It is a foundation for personal fulfillment, for gender equality, for social cohesion, for sustainable development, for economic growth. I'm sure Jim Kim can vouch for that, and for responsible global citizenship. Many countries have made major strides in the area of education. They are showing that dramatic progress is possible with a combination of political will and focused investments in education. And the Secretary General and I are counting on your continued support for the Global Education First initiative, and millions of children across the world are looking to you, to us, to help them realize their potential and their dreams. We must not let them down. Thank you very much.